Hey everyone, here's the money cake I made for my niece's upcoming graduation. A couple of years ago I posted a video showing another money cake for my other niece's graduation, and that video recently hit over 50,000 views, which is crazy to me, but it also means that a lot of people are interested on how to make a money cake. So this time around I decided to make a tutorial video for you guys to show you how easy it is to make it. You just need to get the supplies to do it. You can actually make this for any occasion, for a birthday, maybe some kind of shower, a retirement, whatever occasion you need to make a money cake for, where you want to give somebody money in a cool way. This video will hopefully help you on how to make one. The first part will be showing you how to make the base of the cake, and the second part will be showing you how I decorated this one. This time I decided to go with a theme that she would like, so I styled it more in a feminine way with florals. The last cake I made was decorated with her school colors. This time I just wanted to do something different, and I think it turned out really cute. So stick around for the tutorial. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. Thanks in advance for watching. So here's what you're going to need to make this money cake. First, you're going to need 3 of these hard styrofoam rounds in 3 different sizes so you can stack it up like a cake. I believe these are for floral arrangements. You'll need 1 of these cake circles for the cake base. You'll need a glue gun and some glue sticks. You'll need scissors. Of course, you're going to need cash. You'll need washi tape. Washi tape is like a low-tack tape. As some kind of dowel. I'm just using the end of this mallet from my kitchen, but I'm using this to wrap the dollars around to make the rolls more uniform. And then you'll just need whatever things that you want to use to decorate your cake, or whatever theme you want to do. For me, I'm going to be doing a, floral, feminine kind of cake. So I just have flowers, ribbon, trim, bows. So whatever you want to use to decorate your cake, go for it. So that's all you'll need to make this money cake. So hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully it's useful for you and that you can make one for yourself. Okay, so I'm taking the dowel, just putting it right here at the very top of it, and just roll. So just roll it, take a piece of the washi tape and stick it in the middle, and then slides off like that. I think this is much easier than wrapping around your finger or something. And then that way all the money can be the same size. Just a quick tip, make sure you pre-cut a bunch of strips of washi while you're rolling up the dollar bills. It just makes the process go quicker. And if you have somebody to help you roll up the dollar bills, even better. Make sure you use washi tape though. If you use some other kind of tape, it may damage the money when the person tries to unroll the dollar bills. Okay, it's time to set up the main structure of the cake. I'm adhering the largest circle down onto the cake base, and you have a couple seconds before the hot glue dries, so you can have time to center it if it's off center when you put it down. And as you can see, I have these pre-cut gold circles that I'm sandwiching in between each styrofoam layer, but you really don't need to use these. I just have them from the previous cake and I decided to reuse them for this cake. Last time I thought that you could see the styrofoam circle when you look down through the dollar bills, but to be honest, you really can't. It really doesn't make a difference. And when you decorate everything, you can't even see the base at all. So you can totally skip that step if you want to. I just use it because I had them. And as you can see, I put very minimal hot glue to secure each layer. And with that amount, it's very sturdy. So there you go. I'm just centering the middle layer on. And then after that, I'm going to put the top layer on. For this cake, I did 3 layers, but everything is customizable. If you want to do 4 layers or 5 layers, you can. And same thing with the denomination of the money. If you don't want to use ones, you can use 5s, 10s, 20s, hundreds if you're balling like that. So choose what you want and make it your own. So the next step is super important before you start trying to put the money on the cake. You want to wrap washi tape around each layer, but sticky side on the outside. So wrap it around and then stick the ends together, and then you'll be ready to put the money onto the cake. Otherwise, if you skip this step and you start trying to line up the money will all fall down like dominoes over and over, and it'll just be a big old headache. So now the sticky side is on that side, and now I can start putting the money on. I had a bunch of ones left over and I wanted to be able to use them, so I just rolled them a little bit smaller and then stuck them in the top layer of bills. We finally got to the most fun part of making the money cake, which is the decorating and styling of the cake. Just to make sure when you adhere the ends of the ribbon or the trim together that you don't use too much glue or too much hot glue, because you don't want any of it to get on the money and possibly damage the money. And plus with hot glue, a little bit goes a long way. But the trim and ribbon is important because it helps to secure all the money onto the actual money cake. So it's not just decorative, it is important to use to keep everything together. Whenever I'm putting the trim around the cake, I always like to make sure that the end portion of it is all the same. So there's kind of like a back to the cake and a front to the cake. So as you can see, all the trim ends basically in the same area. So I'm adding on one more layer of trim, and right there I just burned my thumb really bad with a hot glue gun, so be careful whenever you are using hot glue. I love it and I hate it. I burn myself a million times, but yeah, it's the quickest glue to use, so that's what I choose to use. As far as the trim goes, if you can see, the second layer is really ruffly. I really like to use ruffly trim when I am making diaper cakes or money cakes, because I feel like it looks more like icing and makes the cake look more cake-like. So yeah. Now that the ribbon and trim are in place, it's time to embellish the cake. So I just am going through my stash of stuff, putting things here and there, seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like. As you can see, between the top and the middle layer, there's a bigger gap. So I'm just using some loose flower petals and sticking them in that space. I'm not adhering it down with any glue or anything, and they're pretty much secure. I don't have to worry about them falling out or anything. I'm also using these dimensional stickers. The bows are dimensional stickers that I found at Hobby Lobby, and they're really cute. They're made out of burlap and lace. I only have 8 of them, so I'm just spacing them out on the cake wherever looks good. I'm just sticking it down with the adhesive temporarily, and once I decide that's where I want it, then I am securing them more permanently with hot glue. I'm also using some of these Prima flowers. They're really pretty. They have a little bit of glitter on them. And at first I thought I was just going to use the pink and white ones, but at the end I also ended up using the blue ones as well. So the only other thing I used to embellish the cake was that 2019 right there in the front of the cake. I got that at Hobby Lobby. It was like $1. So I wasn't actually sure when I bought it how I was going to use it on the cake, but I decided to put it right there in the front. I need to secure it a little bit better because they're kind of loose and move around, and I want it to be secure when I transport the cake. So I'll do that later, but as far as right now, I really like how that looks. And since it's a graduation cake, I'm making a graduation cap as a topper. So right there, I'm just showing you that I use a 2.5 by 10 piece of cardstock to make the circle part of the hat. I just secured the ends to make a circle. And then the top part is a 4 by 4 piece of cardstock. If you saw my niece, the cake I made for my other niece, which I'll link that video down below, I just used cardstock. I didn't use any fancy materials to make her graduation cap for her cake. I just used paper. So if that's all you have, you can make a real cute cap with just cardstock. I'm just showing you the faux leather that I found to make this graduation cap. So I just wrapped it around the paper and then I sewed all 4 sides. As you can see, I think it turned out really cute. And in the center, I just poked a hole, stuck a brad in the center of it, and then put a tassel that I had in my stash around it. I wish the tassel was a little bit longer, but it's all I have, so I'm just going to stick with it. I still think it looks cute. And then I just spelled out congrats and her name with some mini thickers. And this is the thickers that I use. They have white alphas and then they have dark blue ones. And I just decided to use the white ones instead of the blue ones. And to secure the top part onto the base of the hat, I'm just going to put hot glue around the center of that circle or around the circle of thing and then stick it on. Stick the cap on and it's pretty secure like that. So this is how I made this money cake and how I ended up decorating it. I think I really like it and I hope she really likes it. So this is a section where I get the foam circles. And here's a large one. And here they sell it for $7.39. Here's the medium size that I get. This one is the same price. And then here's the little round. So yeah, make sure you use the coupon. They have the cake bases that I purchased at Michael's. They're 8.2 a pack. They also have different colors and different sizes there. But you can find cake bases anywhere. You can get them at Walmart, Joann's, any place that sells baking supplies. Some places even sell them individually if you don't want a whole 8-pack of them. So if you're planning on making one of these money cakes sometime soon, stop by the bank as soon as possible to get newer or crisper bills. I think they just look nicer on these money cakes, and during graduation season or the holidays, they tend to run out of newer or crisper bills. So just a tip on that. I just think it looks much nicer with newer bills. Okay, well that's it. Hopefully if you made it this far, this video was helpful for you and you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, bye.